Have you ever looked at a financial document like an insurance quote and just felt your brain immediately shut down? All that jargon, all those numbers, yeah, you're not alone. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on a real-life quote and show you one simple trick that could literally save you a fortune. Let's get into it.
So here's our game plan. We're going to start with a real-world puzzle. Then we'll learn the secret language of these documents. After that, we'll do some basic math to find the hidden costs. And by the end, you'll have a blueprint to make way smarter decisions for yourself. All right, let's dive into a real-life situation. I want you to meet Mr. Chougale. He's 24 years old, and he's doing the smart, responsible thing. He's looking for life insurance. But here's the problem. He's staring at 4 different quotes for what seems to be the exact same plan, and honestly, it's not clear at all which one is the best deal.
I mean, you look at a document like this, right, with all the tables and the tiny print, it can feel like trying to read a completely different language. But don't worry. Every single number on this page tells a story, and we're going to translate it together, step by step.
So this is the heart of his problem. He's got 4 quotes for the same HDFC life plan. Some look cheap per year, others look really expensive. Some are for 1 crore in coverage, others are for 2 crore. How on earth is he supposed to figure out which one is the smartest financial move?
To crack this code, we first have to learn the lingo. So we're going to break down just one of Mr. Chougale's documents to understand the 3 most important terms you absolutely need to know. First up, the big one, sum assured. Don't let the fancy term fool you. This is just the amount of coverage. If something were to happen, this is the total amount of money the insurance company pays out. For Mr. Chougale, he's weighing his options between 1 crore and 2 crore. Simple enough. Next, we have the policy term. This one's easy. It's just how long the insurance protection actually lasts. Mr. Chougale is 24, and all 4 of his quotes are for a 61-year term. That means he'll be covered until he's 85. Pretty straightforward, right? Okay, now, pay close attention, because this is the crucial part. This is where almost all the confusion happens. The premium payment term is how long you actually have to pay for the policy. And as you can see, it's not always the same as the policy term. And here's where it gets really interesting. This diagram shows his total coverage period. The policy term is 61 years long, but his premium payment term is only 12 years. You see what that means? He only has to pay for 12 years, but he stays covered for all 61. This is the key difference we're about to dig into. Okay, so now that we've got the lingo down, let's start actually comparing Mr. Chougale's options. The first choice he has to make is pretty simple. How much coverage does he want? 1 crore or 2 crore? This table breaks down the yearly cost. So for a 1 crore plan, he could pay about 37,000 rupees a year, but only for 12 years. Or he could pay a much lower 16,000 rupees a year, but for 61 years. You see the same pattern for the 2 crore plan. A higher price per year for a short time or a lower price per year for a very, very long time. And that right there is the central puzzle. Do you go with the higher annual payment just to get it over with early, or do you pick the lower annual payment that sticks with you for basically your entire life? Think about it like this. On one side, you have the limited pay option. Yeah, it's more expensive now, but you're totally done with payments by the time you're 36. No insurance bills in retirement. On the other side, regular pay is way easier on your budget today, but you're still going to be writing that check when you're 85. That's a pretty big risk to think about. So how in the world do you decide? Well, the annual premium, it turns out, doesn't tell the whole story, not even close. To get the real answer, all we need to do is some really simple multiplication. And this, my friends, is where we get to the big aha moment. So let's just stop and think for a second. The regular pay plan's annual premium is less than half of the limited pay plan. So which one do you think is going to end up costing less over its entire lifetime? Okay, let's do the math. If Mr. Chougale picks that limited pay option for 1 crore, the one with the higher annual premium, the total amount of money he will ever pay for this policy is just under 5 lakh rupees. That's it. That's the entire cost, forever. Now, what happens if he goes for that plan with a really tempting low annual premium? Well, over the full 61 years of payments, he's going to end up paying over 11 lakh rupees. Wow, that's more than double the total cost of the other plan. And this chart, this just makes it painfully obvious, doesn't it? Just look at the limited pay options on the left compared to those massive towering bars for regular pay on the right. The picture says it all. The plans that look cheaper year to year can end up costing you hundreds of thousands of rupees more.
If you take away only one thing from this, let it be this. The lowest annual premium does not always mean the lowest total cost. When you're looking at any long-term financial commitment, you have to look past that monthly or yearly payment and figure out the total cost of ownership. So we've solved Mr. Cookaday's problem, but now let's turn this whole discovery into a simple blueprint that you can use to analyze any financial quote that ever lands in front of you. Here's your cheat sheet. 1. Always find those 3 key terms we talked about. 2. Be a little suspicious of that low annual premium. It can often be a trap. 3. Do the super simple math. Just multiply the annual cost by the number of years you have to pay. And finally, think about what really fits your life. Do you want to pay more now to be free later, or pay less for longer? So the next time you're looking at a policy, just follow these 4 steps. Always ask for quotes for both limited and regular pay options. Then run the numbers to find the total lifetime cost for each one. Compare those totals side by side, just like we did. Then and only then can you make a truly smart choice that actually lines up with your financial goals. And that's really the whole trick. It's not about being a math genius. It's about having a new lens, a way to see past those tempting yearly numbers to the true long-term cost. So my final question to you is, now that you know this, how differently are you going to look at your next financial document?